Okay, well the trailer's back from paint now, blast and paint, and it looks good enough. You can definitely see my welding skill is a lot more accentuated now, so I'm not crazy about that, but that's okay. So first thing here is we're gonna get the wiring strung up. So I got just a regular 4-wire trailer wire kit that's 25 feet. So it goes down, it'll peel out to that little support right there for a clearance light, and then come back to behind the fender for a clearance light, and we'll take around the back, come around up to these clearance lights, and that's generally what we're going to do here. But just had to drill a couple extra holes. I actually forgot about the clearance lights and whatnot, but you do need that for a trailer that's over 80 inches wide, and obviously this is. So we're going to get the wiring sorted and then get the bunks on and transfer the boat. Alright, well, spent a good portion of the day working on the trailer wiring here. Basically I used a 4-wire connection here, and the kind of the nice thing is about this wire brand or whatever is it actually tells you, if you don't remember what's what here, the white is the ground, the brown is taillights, the yellow is left turn, and the green is right turn. Basically made the 4 connections in the actual connector there, ran it back here, and then every time we had a light, I had clearance, amber clearance in front, and then red clearance in back of the fender. You need that for trailers over 80 inches wide, which this one is. So anytime you had one of those, it actually went out into the underneath of that little support, made up the wires, soldered them all, and then came back through here. And actually, you know, when you go out there, you don't need all the wires. So the ones we didn't get into didn't cut, you know, so the blinkers in that case, you didn't cut into. The taillights, they were matched with the buckets here, and those worked out pretty nice. It's a good place to make connection terminations inside there. Then when I was redoing this trailer, I didn't remember I still need this set of lights, and so you can see where I put those supports for the bunks. That kind of screwed me over there a little bit. So now I basically went under and made a little aluminum bracket to hold it on there, and then attached a ground wire, and those 2 wires both go cruising up here. Actually into the taillight bucket is where I made those terminations. Then it goes from this taillight bucket up to the front, and that's where it ends, at that last clearance light. That was kind of a fiasco. There's a lot of different styles of lights you can buy. It really depends on what your application is, but happy to have it done. You can see underneath this is one of those clearance lights. You can see where all the wiring terminations, all the splices are tucked up underneath there, so it makes for a pretty decent look. So yeah, that's how you do it. The only other thing then you need is, I think that you need, is these reflectors, and so I put those on. Those are just stick-on deals, no big deal. So I'm gonna go and put the bunks on this trailer now, and I'm also going to put the winch back on here so that I can actually get this boat finally transferred over. There's a blue wire actually tucked down in here, and that goes to that, I think that's like a little solenoid to release the brakes when you reverse. Say it should be tied into your reverse lights or something like that, I'm assuming. But anyway, I did not tie that in because I just didn't think it was necessary. I didn't have it on my old boat, and I'm just gonna overpower the brakes if I have to, so should be no issue there. Alright, so I got this winch mounted back up here, and basically all there is one captive stud right there, and another bolt and nut combo there to get the winch on, and then my chain just uses that little carabiner basically item to hook up there. And then also I have my new bow rest. That's simply just take the bolt out and put a new one in. So yeah, that looks good, and now we can move on to getting the bunks on here again. Alright, the bunks are back on now, and boy, they got a little taper in them from sitting out with no boat on them, but they'll flatten out into submission here. So anyway, the rest of it should be good to go. We'll switch the boat over another day. Right now we're gonna go take the trailer to the water and get the boat swapped over. All right, crisp December air here. We're out on beautiful Lewis and Clark Lake, swapping over for the last time. Thankfully this boat doesn't have to be on that piece of garbage anymore. All right, there it is. It's got ice on the trailer, it's so cold out, but we got all the lights in, everything looks good. Even got my little license plate light shining down right there, looking sharp. think it looks good.